Hello, Fearless Gamers, Matt here for Fearless Games, and welcome to another episode of the Joy of Painting Minis. And we're continuing on with the Vampire Count Lord here, and like last time, I'm gonna say might be the last episode, but it may not. We'll find out. Last time, we fixed up the base a little bit with some extra earth terrain just to make it more unified. We did some finishing details on the sword, and we gave him some red eyes, and then we painted up the bat. And the bat is practically finished. We just have to add some highlights, do some touch-up, and then he should be done, and then we could call the model finished. So let's jump right in. We'll be using the following paints you see on your screen. And so, like I said, first we're going to fix up the details on the bat from where he was getting handled by me when I was trying to paint him up. So we're going to take some black, water it down just a smidgen, and tidy up his wings, his face a little bit. Alrighty, so now next to this, one of the best things about, I think, modeling and all that is it's nice, calming, and relaxing. Helps you get out some creative thoughts, gives you like an outlet to work with. And all in all, one of the other things is now with many is why really go into so much trouble for just one model. As we saw, this is the second time. Took over 12 episodes to finish just one model, and in some of those episodes there was not really much being done. So why so much effort into these tiny details that could be done? Like, if I didn't do so much of this all this extra work and such, this model could be done 10 times quicker. Well, reasoning is because this is the part that I find is the most enjoyable, because the game is fun, don't get me wrong, I love the game, but the game you need someone else to play with. The painting you can do, as you see, you can do it with a friend, you can do it by yourself. There's no end to when you can do the painting stuff, and you can take as much time as you want. You can go back to it and stop. The game has restrictions as to how much enjoyment you can get into it in one sitting. So I feel that if you're going to paint a model, might as well take all the time you need. That way, when it comes out, it looks great. It's a model that people will be like pulling over their friends to show because they just think it's so good, and it's something that you can help focus, relax. This is all very relaxing to me, if you ask me, when painting a model like this. And like I said, it just feels good to see also progression, how well you've moved from where you began in terms of skills and such. So we are now going to highlight the bat up now using a dark gray, and we're going to just take this and go over just a few lines. The tip of his nose, ridge right above his eye there, tips of his ears, claws, little lines there, the other claw here, I said, this is one area that I'm not so good at, is highlighting round surfaces. And go along the fingers of the wings, just so they stand out a little bit against the black. And we're going to do something little, I find a little interesting for how we're going to do the membranes on his wings. It's going to be a little different. Well, exact same technique, but we're going to actually use a different color, and you'll see why in a moment, once we get up to that. Okay, go along these lines here. Looking good, looking good. So the last bit is going to be doing the membrane of the wings, and we're going to be using a different color than we would normally, than we did for the black. This way, the membrane looks like it's made out of a different material. It's a thinner skin, so it's not going to have the exact same color and texture as the rest of him. So I'm going to take what I normally use, not going to use this time. I'm going to try a different color just to give it a shot. And we're going to coat the edges of the wing membrane around little holes in the membrane. Whoops, made it a little too big there. Okay. Alrighty. So now, gonna just have to quickly tidy up that one piece of the wing because I added too much highlight. If I can find where my drying rag went. Ah, there it is. So we're gonna do that real quick. Gonna just take a little bit of black and retouch up that spot. Okay, and now a final little piece just to add a little bit of extra character, and that's going to be some blood. dripping down both their mouths. So going to take the blood effect from GW. Another good one that I see people swear by is Tamika Clear Red, I hear. Makes a very good blood effect as well. I'm first going to do the bat here. Going to put it over his fangs. Coat his tongue in it. Then the vampire here. Oops. Going to bring it just down his chin. So it looks like he just freshly drank blood. Make sure that his canine, his fangs, sorry, get it. And there we go. Not too much, because it don't want to go silly there. But there it is. And then just need to go over the base one more time with the brown color that we did before, just to unify the model a bit. And dry brush over this area. Okay, and again, gonna go over the boot a little bit, just to make it look like he's been walking in the mud, instead of just been placed here dramatically for dramatic posing. Go over alrighty. Now, final piece to this is going to be cleaning up that base. That way, it is nice and clean. And by that I mean the edges of the base that got the brown paint all over it. So... we're just gonna scrape off any extra the paint itself to get rid of that textured paint. Whoops. As I break off his arm. Now, If this was just regular paint, it wasn't the texture paint, I would have just not bothered doing this. I would have just scraped, would have painted over it, but since this is textured stuff, I'm just gonna, that's why I'm doing taking the effort to do this. Alright. And now, to re-glue back on his arm, and call him done. Okay, and he is now finished. We've got one finished Vampire Count Lord, Winged Vampire Count Lord. So, as you can see, looks all nice. That metal color, that metal medium thing worked very well, much better than I expected it to. If you have any comments, requests, feel free to drop a comment in the video section, though I will. Mind you now, with this episode, the next episode will have already been recorded and ready to be put up. So let's just say, for argument's sake here, I have this video posted up. You give me your feedback as to what next model you want me to paint. It won't be the following project, it'll be the project after that. So we've got this model here. We've got the pre-recorded video that was happening as this video was summoning up. Then the following model will be the one that you requested on this project. And then, if I can. I can't guarantee that I can do all requests, mainly because of time and money and such. Meh. And there we go. We've got a fully painted Vampire Count Lord here. Like I said, came out really nice. The metal medium color worked phenomenally on it. And surprisingly, the one area, the largest area, again, didn't take that long to do. It was that's just how great the GW shades are with this. That you can get effects like this with just priming it white and then going to town with a shade color. And all in all, really glad how happy it came out, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Next model is either going to be a War Machine one or an Infinity model. I haven't decided yet. So if you have any requests, feel free to drop a comment in the videos on the video. I can't guarantee that I will be able to do model requests because it all depends on time and finding the model and cash and all that other jazz. So I'll try my best. I just can't promise anything. Or maybe, who knows, maybe the other Fearless will be able to accommodate if they decide to do a video piece. You can go to our Facebook page and check out the Joy of Painting Minis photo gallery, where you can see full 4 different images of this guy close up, which would be also really great because you can also use those as reference photos for those parts where it was an off angle or something and you can't really see well what I was doing. You can at least see the final results of it, and that should help as like a guide. So if you have any painting tips that you like to give out or anything like that, feel free. And that is all for today. So again, thank you all for watching. If you haven't yet, like us and subscribe. That way you can, if you subscribe to the YouTube channel, you get these videos as they come out. You can check out the Facebook page, got news info in there, and do post these videos on there eventually, usually a day or two afterwards, if I remember. And that is all for right now. So until next time, Fearless Gamers, take care.